Oh, let's crack with that door, see what these things are worth. Same machine. Same. I could try 40,000 different machines and wouldn't hit. Ricardo. You talking to Ricardo? Oh. Oh. 135 and 35. You give out 35, 35, 35, 35. You get 35. Going to be 7 of high. Going to be 37 of high. Going to be 37.50 and half 43. Going to be 42 and a half. You get 2 and a half. 45, 47 and a half. 47 and a half. 50 and half 2 and a half. Bit of a 2 and a half. You get 2 and a half. 5 and 55 and half 3 now 5 and 53. You get 5 and a half. 53. You get 5 here. 53 and a half. 5 and half 7 and 55. Going to be 7 how 8 here. Going to be 8 and 8 and 9 here. Going to be 9. You get 9 60 and 9 here. Going to be 60 9 there 60 and 55. Going to be 60 there. Going to be 9 60 here. That's 159 on 2. $120. 122 and a half, and 20, you get 2 and a half, 25, 27 and a half, going to be 32 and a half, half 5, and half 35, you give out 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37.50, and 37 and a half, 43, going to be 42 and a half, you get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, 42.50, and 42 and a half, bit of a 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, you get 42 and a half, here's on 140, Cav X, 140. Yes, sir. 50 and a half, 5, and 55, and 55. You give out 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here. 57 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 60, and now 62 and a half. You get 2 and a half, bit of a 1. And you get 1, has you get 1, 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 $1 here, Chris. 160 on 20. 'Yes, sir. 35 and 35. You give out 35, 35, 35, 35 here. 5 here. 7 and a half and 37 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half. Going to be 7 and a half. Going to be 37 and a half, 40 and half 40. You get 2 and a half. Bit of a 2 and a half, 5 and 45 here. 45 here. 45, 45, 45, 45, 45 and 45 here. You're going to be 45. You get 45. You get 45. You get 45 here. Chris, 142 and a half, 13. 52 and a half, 52 and a half, you get 2 and a half, bit of a 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 55 here, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, you get 5, 7 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57.50, and 57 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, going to be 57 and a half here, Chris, 155, 20. Outside, Antone. There you go. Oh. Oh. Don't look. Unless you're short. What's the stories? 6 and 7 years old. They're 5 months pregnant. 2,000. 2,100, yeah, 21, and 20, and 21, 21, 2,100, 1, 2, 2, 3, and half, 3, and half, 4, 5, and 25, 600, here, 6, 7, and 7, and 7, 7, 800, 9, 9, and 3, and 3,000, 1, and 3,100, here, now 2, 2, and 3,200, 2, 3, and 33, 3, and 33, 3, and 33, 3, 33, 3, and 33, 3, and 3,300, and 2, and 300, here, Chris, 3,200 on 3, 3,200. 5 by 7, 5 and 6 years old, 5 to 7 months bred. They're good little black cows. 2,100 and 21 and 2,100, 21, 200, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 5 and 25, 600 and 25, 2,600, 5, 6 now 7 and 6, 7, 7, 7, 800, 900, 850, now 9 and now 9, 950 and now 3,000, 3,000, 3,050 and 31 and 31, 31, 31 and a half, 1 half and 2 and 32 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 3 and 3,300, 33 and a half, 33 and a half, 4 and 34, 34 and a half, going to be 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 34.50 and 34 and a half here. Chris, 3,400 on 3, 3,400. Open cows here, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7, 57, 7, 7, 57, 50, and 57, going to be 57, 57, 57 and a half here, Chris, 155, 4X, 3X. The contacts aren't in this morning, I apologize, so the numbers are a little hard to see. Just okay. $55, 55, 55, 55, 55. Oh, the bread. I'm sorry, Ricardo. 6-year-old cows. They're 5 and 6 months bred. 2,500. 25, 2,500, 25, 25, and 25, 27, 7, 7, 7, going to be 27, going to be 27, 50, and 2,600, and 25, going to be 2,607, and 7, 7, 8, 27, 7, 7, 7, going to be 28, and 9, going to be 9, 29, 50, and 9, and 9, going to be 900, going to be 900, 900, 900, 900, 9, here going to be 900, sold 28 and a half, Chris 3. Four-year-olds. Old cows are 4 months bred. 2,000. 2,100 and 2,100, 200, 1, 2, 2, 3, and 23, 3, and 23, 3, and 4, 4, 5, and 2,600, 550, and 25, 25, 600, here now 6, and 25, going to be 2,600, 5, 6, and 25, going to be 2,600, 5, going to be 26, S, 2550, put them on number 7. A little bit quicker. Two and 3-year-olds. You got $2. $2.05 and $2.05 to get 5 and 5 here. 5 and 5 going to be 10 and 15 and 20 and 225, 25, 25, 30 to get 35, 35, 45, 40 and 45 going to be 45, 50 and 55, 50 to get 50 and 45, 55, 55, 50, 50 and 50, 50 there to get 50, to get 50, to get 50 here. Chris 245, 7X. Come from that taco truck? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I won't be in there very long. Oh, $1.50. $1.55 and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60 and 55, 60 there, 60, 60 and 55, 60 to go here, 60 and 55, 60, G-Bet 60, 55, 60, S 155. Put on number 9. X. Thank you. $1.50. $1.55 and 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 5 here down 70, 175 and 75, 80, 80, you give 80 here, 75, 80 and 75, good to be 80 here, 75, good to be 80, you give 80, good to be 85, 85 and 90, 190, 190, Antone, 185. Did you get any rain, Antone? Did you get any rain, Ricardo? Won't rain at my house. 120. 125, 25, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 5 here, 5, 30, and 25, 30 here, 5, we get 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 35 here, 40, and 40, 40, we get 40, we get 40, 35, 43, we get 40, we get 40, we get 40 here, Ricardo, 135. White tippy tail. 125, 25, and 25, 25, 27, 7, 7, 7, 7, going to be 27, 5, to get 20, 30, and 30, now 30, now 30, now 30 here, 32 and a half, and 32 and a half, to get 2 and a half, 5, and 35, 37, 7, 7, 40, to get 40, to get 2 and a half, to get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 45, 45, 45, 45 here, Antone, 142 and a half. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 7, 7, 7, 7, 3 years old, now 60, now 5, now 70, now 5, 83, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85 here, 85, 90 here, 190, 85, going to be 190, 85, 90 here, 190 here, D, 185 on 10. Got you started.
Okay.
$1. 105 and 105 here. Good 105. To get 5. 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 105. 105. 105. 105. $105 a pound. Good to be 110. Good to be 110. Bit of a 10. 15. Good to be 110. Bit of a 15. Good to be 110. Bit of a 15. Jerry 9. What about you? 115. Sold 110. S1. 125, 25, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 7 and a half, 30, 2 and a half, 35, 7 and a half, 42 and a half, 45, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 50, $1.53, 50, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, and 55 here, 7 and a half, 57 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 57 and a half here, Jerry, 155, 2. Still starts at 9.
Hey, come on,
10. I wish it started at 9. 4 years old, $1. 105 and 105 here. Going to be 105. Going to get 5. Going to get 5. Going to get 5. Going to get 5 and 5 here. 10. Going to be 105. Going to be 105. Going to be 105. $1.55 here. 10 here. Going to be 110 and 15 and 20 and 21, 25 here. 25, 30. Going to get 30 and 30 and 35, 35, 35, 40. $1.45. Going to get 45, 50 and 50. Going to get 50. Going to get 50. Going to get 50 and 5 and 55, 60 and 65. Going to get 70 and 75 here. 75. Give 80 there. 80 here. Going to be 180 and 75. Give 80 there. 80 here. So 175. Chris 8X. Old cow, 4 months bred. Crippled. 120. 125. Yeah, 25 and 25, 25, 25, 35, 2 and a half. Going to be 2 and a half. Going to be 35, 37 and a half, 37 and a half. Going to be 40. Going to get 2 and a half. Going to get 45, 47 and a half, 50 and 2 and a half. Going to be 2 and a half. Going to get 2 and a half, 5 and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 and 55 here. 5 here. Cabinets 152 and a half, 5. How many cows we got today? That's it. 35 and 35. You give out 35, 35, 37 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 40 and 2 and a half, 45, 7 and a half, 50 and half, 50, you get 50, you get 50 and 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, 5 and 55, 57 and a half, 7 and a half, 60 and 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 70, 172 and a half, 72 and a half, 5 and 77 and a half, going to be 80 and half, 2 and a half, going to be 85 here, going to be 85, 85, 85, 87 and a half, going to be 87 and 90 and half, 92 and a half, going to be 92 and a half, 5 and 95 here, 95, 97 and a half, 97 and a half, $2 and 97 and a half, going to be 3, going to be 2 here, Chris, 197.50, 4x, 3x. This week and next week. Pretty much. Maybe we'll shut down. Yep. Dollar bill, 105 and 105. It'll get 5. 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 105, 105, 105 and 105. It'll get 5 and 10. Going to be 110. It'll get 15. Going to be 120 and 5 and 25, 25, 25 here. 30 and 30. Both out. 30 and 5 and 35, 40. It'll get 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 40 and 35, 40. It'll get 40. It'll get 40. It'll get 40 here. S 135.3. How old? How old? 3. A little swollen jaw. $1.50. $5 and 105. It'll get 5 and 5 here. Going to be 110. It'll be 10 and 20, 120, 120, 120, 125 and 25. It'll get 30. It'll get 5. It'll get 40. It'll get 5. It'll get 45. You get 45, 50 and now 5 and 55, 60, 160 and 55, 60 there. 5, 60. Chris, 155, 8x. 1 by 8. 1 year's 8 months bred. $1,000. 10, 1100. You 10, 11. You 10, 11, 10, 10, 11, 11, 11, 10, 100, 11, 1100, 1100, 1100, 1100, 1100, 1,000, 11, 12, and 12 and 13. We get 13, 14, 14, we get 14, 15, and 1500, 15, we get 15, we get 15, 1500, 15 guys be done here. 1500, 1600, 1600, 16. You guys are out. 1600, 16. Got him. 15, 16, half, 16 and a half, 16 and a half, 16 and a half, 17, 17 and a half. 17 and a half. She's saying no. He's saying yes. 1,800. 18 and a half. 18 and a half. I feel like I'm at home. 18 and a half. She's saying no. He's saying yes. 18 and a half. Feels like home. 1,850. Sold. 1,800. Jesus. Jesus. Oh, gosh. It's usually the other way around at them pig sales. He's like, no. $1.35 and 35. You give out 35, 35, 35, 37 and a half, 37 and a half. Going to be 40. You're going to get 2 and a half. You're going to get 45, 45, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 50 and a half, 50 and 2 and a half. You're going to get 2 and a half, 5 and 55, 55, 7 and a half, 57 and a 60 and a half, 62 and a half. Going to be 2 and a half. Going to be 2 and a half, 5 and 65 and 65 and 65. $5. You're going to get 5. You're going to get 5 here. Cavness 162 and a half. Do it again. Put up on number 5, 3. 8 by 5. 10-5. No good bag. 135. 135, 35, 35, 35, 37, 7, 7, 42, 42, 45, 45 here, 45, 45, 47, 47, 50, and 52, 52, 52, 5, 55, 57, 7, 60, and 62 and a half, 5, and 67 and a half, 70, now 5, going to be 85, 90, and 5, $2. $2 a pound. Did you see your bag? Sold 195, Chris, nothing. Three-year-old, $2. $2.05 and $2.05. We get 5 and 5 here. 5 and 5 here. Not 10 here. Going to be 10 and 20 and 20 now 30 and 30 40. We get 40. We get 50 60 260 270 265 and 65 and 65 70 now 275 and 75 75 80 there. 80. We get 280 Brad 280 and 75 give 80 there. 80 here. Sold 275. Jerry on number 3. Prague. $2. 4 and open. $2.05 and $2.05. We get 5 and 5 here. 5 and 5 here. Going to be 205 and 205. We get 5. We get 5. We get 5. We get 5. We get 205 and 205 here. Jerry bid 205. 205. Chris $2. 8x. $125, 25, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25 here. $1 pound, 105, and 105. Going to be 10, going to be 15, going to be 20, and 5, going to be 30, going to be 30, and 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 255, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35 here. 5, going to be 35 here. Canvas 132 and a half, 5. How big are they? Heifer, 2-year-old, 250. 255, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, out the gate, 255, and 55 here, 60, 5, 65, 70, and 275, 75, 75, 75, 80 there, 5 here, 85, 85, 85 here, 85, 90, 295, and 95 here, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95 here, Chris, 290, 7X. There is a big old extra large cow. Holstein Angus. $2. $1.50. Don't move your hand. 152 and a half, and 52 and a half, 52 and a 5, and 55, 55, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 60, and now 63, 7 and a half, 67 and a half, 60, and 57 and a half, going to be 67 and a half, going to be 67 and a half, going to be 60 here, cabinets 157 and a half, 10. $135 and 35, 35, 35, 37 and a half, 7 and a half, 7, 2-year-old, 37 and a half, 7 and a half, 40, and half, 40, 40, 40, we get 40, we get 40, and half, 5, 45, 50, and half, 5, and now 65, and 65, and 65 here, top row, you're all out, 165, 75, and 75 here, 175 here, 175, and tone, 170. Checker. As much money as he made, he don't care. 50 cents a pound. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, 70, 55, group 80, 55, group 90, 55, and a dollar 5, group 105 and 10, group 110, 15, 110, 15, and 10 and 15 here, 110, 15 here, group 110, 15 here, so 110, put on S, 110.
Don't look, fella. Come on, like mine, I can't check like crude oil. Is yours? I just look it up like a minute. Which one? $1, wasn't it? Or $100 a barrel? Where are all these people from?
135, and 35, you give out 35, 35, 35, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, going to be 40, you're going to get 2 and a half, 45, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 50, and half, 52 and a half, you're going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 52 and a half, 5, and 52 and a half, you give out 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, 5 here, 5 here, D, 152 and a half. 1. 35, and 35, you give out 35, 35, 35, 35, 7 and a half, 37 and a half, going to be 40, you're going to get 2 and a half, 45, 45, 45, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 50, and half, 50, 50, 50, you're going to get 50, you're going to get 50, 58 and a 9, and 50, and 152 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 60, and now 2 and a half, you're going to get 2 and a half, 5, and has a good 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 67, 50, and 67 and a half here, half here, so 165, Chris, 13.
Huh? Did you? 120?
All thin guys are all hard. They're all going to go 50 cents a pound. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, 70 and a half, 5, and 75 here, 75, 75, 75, 80, 5, 85 here, 85, 90, and 90 here, 85, 90 here, 5, and not here, not $1, $1 pound here, $1 pound here, $1.05 here, 5 here, out of here, 105, and 10, and 10 here, 110 here, and 15, and 10 and 15 here, 110 and 15 here, 110, 15 here, 110, 1. Here's Abe's. There's a Gabe's right here, 152.50, and 52 and a half, and 52 and a half, 52 and a half, 52 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, 55 here, 55, 55, 55, and 7 and a half, 57 and a half, 57, 50, and 57 and a half, 60, and now 60 here, 7 and a half, going to be 60 here, 7 and a half, going to be 60, and now 60 here, 60 here, that's 157 and a half on number 5. Here comes Andrews. 2 by 4 to 1 by 3, 1,500. 15 and a half here, have a half here, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2000 here, 2, and 2000 here, 19, 2, and 2000, and 2000, going to get 2000, going to be 2000, going to be 19, 2, and 2100, and 21, 2, 1, 2, 21, 2, and 2200 here, 1, 2, 21, 200 here, 1, going to get 2, Jesus, 2100. 6, 7-year-old cows are shortbred. 2 months bred. They got a baby inside of them. 2,000. 2,100, 2,100, 21, and 21, and 21, 2, and 2, and 3, we get 3 and 400, and 23 and a half, going to be 23 and a half, 24 and a half, going to be 24 and a half, 5, and 25, 50, and 25 and a half, going to be 25 and a half, 600, here, 5 and a half, 2,600, and 26 and a half, here, half here, going to be 26, 50, and 26 and a half, here, half, 7, and 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 7, now 7, and 2,700, and 7, and 27, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 700, going to be 2,700 here, Chris. 26 and a half on 3.
Hang on 1 second, okay?
6 and 7 years old guys are 2 months, 2 and 3, 4 months bred. 2,000. 2,100, 2 to 4 months, 2,100, and 21, and 2,100, 2,100, 1, 2, 2, 3, and 3 and a half, 4, 500, 600, and 25, 50, and 25 and a half, 600, 5 and a half, going to be 26 and a half, half here, 26 and a half, and a half here, going to be 26 and a half, and 26 and a half, 50, half here, so about 2,600 on Ricardo. Older cows are going to be 2 and 3 months. 2 to 5 months. 2,000. 2,100, 2,100, 1, and 2,100, 1, you give 1, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, and 2,100, 2, and 21, 1, yeah, and 21, 200, and 22 and a half, and 22 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 3, and 23, 3, and 23, 3, and 22 and a half, 3, and 23, 3, and 23, 3 and a half, and 23 and a half, half here, going to be 23, 54, and 2,400, and 2,400, 3 and a half, 2,400, 4 here, S, 23 and a half, 17. Say it again. 10-year-old cows are 5 months. 2,000, 2,100, and 21, and 2,100, 100, 2, 3, and 3, and 4, 5, and 25, 6, and 26, 7, and 7, and 7 of 800, 7 half, and 7 half, 7 half, 800, 8 and a half, 850, and 28 and a half, 8 and a half, going to be 28 and a half, 2,800, 7. These cows all empty. 7 to 10, they're open. They're empty. 135, 35, you give out 35, 35, 35, 37 and a half, 37 and 45, 45, 50, 55, and 55, 55, 2 and a half, and 52 and a half, you give out 55, 55, 7 and a half, 57 and 60, and half 62 and a half, 2 and a half, 7 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 and a half, 67, 50, and 67 and a half here, and half 70, and half 72 and a half, going to be 72 and a half, 5, and 75, 750, 77 and a half, 70, 50, and 77 and a half here, going to be 77 and a half here, now 80, and how 80, you give 80 there, going to be 80, going to be 81, 80, and how 80 there, 80 here, 80 here, so 177.50. Chris, do it again. 13. Oh, go, guys. 125, 25, and 25, 25, 27 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, going to be 27 and a half, going to be 27.50, and 27 and 30, going to get 32 and a half, going to be 3 and a half, 5, and 35, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 40 and a half, 40, did you get 40, and half, 40, 40, going to get 40, going to get 40, going to be 40, going to get 40, going to be 40, 140, and 40, 40 there, going to get 40, going to get 40, and half, 40 here, Jerry, 137 and a half on 2, 137.50. Yellow. Worst of the worst. If she's crippled just a little bit, leave her on there. Here's somebody's little project. Daughter pound, 105, 105, they're all going to go, 105, and daughter 5, and 105, you get 5, 5, you get 5, 10, going to be 110, bit of a 10, 110, 15, and hand 20 here, 21, 21, 5 here, 25, 25, 30, and hand 30, you get 30, hand 25, 7 and a hand, 7 and a hand, 30, you get 30, going to be 30, hand 2 and a hand, going to be 2 and a hand, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, you get 35, and 37 and a hand, 37 and a hand, 37 and a hand, 37, 50, and hand 40, 40, you get 40, you get 42 and a half, you get 2 and a half, going to be 250, and 42 and a half here, half here, 40, you get 2 and a half here, Jerry, 140 on 5.
Jerry, 5.
You missed him, Andy. Huh? What did he say? One's an open, $3. $3 and a 5, and $3.05, we get 5, 5, and 3, we get 3, and 3, we get 3, and 3, 255, and 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 5, 70, 275, and 75, give 80, 5, 80, 90, here, 290, 85, 95, and 95, 3, we get 3, and 95, we get 3, and 95, going to be 300, and 95, we get 3, and 95, and 3, here, Chris, 295, 7X. Red Angus, $3. $3.05, and $3.05, we get 5, and 5, and 5, and 5, and 5, and 5, and hand 10, and hand 10, good to be 10, and 15, and 20, and 325, 25, 30, we get 3, 30, and 30, and 30, and 25, we get 330, and 25, we get 30, 25, we get 30, 25, and hand 30, 25, we get 30, and half 5, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, we get 335, and 335 here, 5 here, 335 here, Jerry, 330, 11. I think they're already checked open, aren't they? 11, yep. Three and 4 year olds. $2. $2.05, and $2.05, we get 5 and 5, and a 5 here, 5 here, 5 here, going to be 205, and 205, 5 here, 5 here, 175, and 75, 70, 80, and 85 here, 85, 85, 85, 90 here, 190 here, 85, 90, yes I do, 85, 90, 85, 90 here, 190, 5, and 95 here, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, now 2, and 95 to get 2, 95 to get 2 here, D, 195, 10. Cows and Coney bulls. Good. Who is that? Okay. 135, 35, you give out 35, 35, 35, 35, 37 and 35, 37 and 7 and 40, 40 and 40 and 40, 42 and a half, good with 2 and a half, 45, 45, 47 and a half, 47 and 50, and 2 and a half, get 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 57 and a half, 57 and 60, and now 2 and a half, good with 2 and a half, good with 2 and a half, good with 2 and a half, get 2 and a half, good with 62 and a half here, Jerry, 162. 160, Jerry, too. 160, yeah. Sounds like I'm saying 162. Yeah, I know you are. Uno más vacas. I wish I could speak fluent Spanish. $1.50. Boy's getting around and doing good. No. Dollar. 50 cents a pound. 60, 70, 80. Did you get 75, 80, 5, 90, 5, dollar, 5, 105. Chris, $1, 14. 8-year-old, 135, and 35, you give out 35, 35, 37 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 750, and 37 and a half, going to be 40, going to be 42 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 50, and 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 55, 55, 55, 7 and a half, 57 and a half, 60, and now 63, 7 and a half, 60, and 7 and a half, going to be 67 and a half, going to be 160 here, so 157 and a half, Jerry 2. I'm glad all those people with all them cameras didn't video that last one. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, they're outside, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah. Here's a bred cow. 10 by 5. She's a little bit crippled. 2100 and 21. Yeah, 2100. Where then here? 135 and 35, 37 and a half, 42 and a half, 45, 47 and a half, 50 and 2 and a half, 5 and 55, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 57 and 60 and now 60 here, 7 and 60, 2 and a half and 2 and a half, 5 and 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half. Going to be 67.50 and 67 and a half here, half here, Cabinets 165 on number 5. 7 years and 6 months, 2100. 21 and 2100. 1, 2, now 3, 4, 500, 6 here, and 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 800, 8, 900, and 9, 3, and 3000, 1, and 30 down 200, 1, 2, 3, and 33, 3, and 33, 4, and 33, 4, and 33, 4, and 3400, and half 4, you get 5, and 3500 here, half 5, and 3550, and 35 6 here, 5 6 and a half here, 37, and 700, 700, going to be 3700, and 3700, now 700, here, going to be 3700. So 36 and a half. You have to remind me. WW. Where 35 and 35, you give out 35, 35, 37 and a half, 7 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 and a half, half 40, and half 40, you get 2 and a half, 5, and 47 and a half, 50 and 2 and a half, 55, 55, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 60, and 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 6 about 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, going to be 67 and a half here, 67 and a half here, here's Cabinets, 165 straight away. How much you give, Antone? You got wheat? He's got some wheat. 50. 55, 60, and now 5, you get 60, and 55, 60 there, 65, now you get about 70, you get 70, now 5, go to be 80, you get 5, go to be 90, you get 5, and $90, $1, 5, go to be 105 and 10, go to be 110, 15, 20, and 21, 21, 20, not 20, and 20, 20 there, go to be 20, 20 there, go to be 120 here, S, 115, 3. $1. 2-year-old, $5, 105, and 105, you get 5, you get 5 and 5 here, go to be 105 and 10, go to be 10, 15, go to be 20, you get 5, go to be 30, you get 5, you get 40, you get 5, you get 50, you get 5, go to be 60, now 5, and 70, you get 5, go to be 80, you get 5, go to be 90, now 2, and $2.05, and 2 5 and 10, go to be 2, 10, 15, 20, and 225, 25, 25, 30, you get 230, and 25, 30, 25, you get 35, and 235, 40, 245, go to be 245, 50, 250, 245, 50, and 45, you get 50, 45, you get 50, 45, 50 here. Sold 245, Jerry 11. Was she open? I don't know if I've ever missed one. $150 100. She's special. 5-year-old. $55 and 55 and 55 55 60 and 55 60 55 60 50 65 and get 70 70 now 70 and 65 70 here now 5 70 now 5 you get 75 75 75 75 and 75 here 175 here 175 sold 170 and Tone. Who'd you have? Kyle. 21 straight. $0.50 a pound. $0.30 a pound. 35, 40, 45, 50. 50 cents a pound. 55. 55. John, you're out. 60. 65. 70. 70 cents a pound. S 65 1.
Very full or loaded or very full or something. Maybe at least that.
55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 60, and down 2.5, 2.5, 5, and 65, and 5 here, S, 162 and a half, 2.
Did you go to the game? Did you go Saturday's game? Me and Chachi went to the Friday game. Yeah, Friday, yeah. The boys are good, fast, and aggressive.
Steer, 175. 175, yes, 75, 5 here, 175, 75, 75, 75, 80, and 75, 85, 85, 85, 85, and 90, 190, 85, 90, 85, 90, 190, 87 and a half, now 90, and 2 and a half, get 2 and a half, group 90, get 2 and a half, group 90, get 2 and a half here, S, 190, 13. Another steer, $1.50. $1.55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, 5 here, 60, 5, 75, and 75, give 85, 85, 90, 95, get 95 and 2, group of 2 to 5, group of 2, 5 and 10, group of 2, 110, 15, and 20, and 10, 20 by 20, 5, and 20 by 30, and 2, 35, 2, 35, 40, and 40, 40, 2, 40, and 35, 40, 40, 35, but 40, 30, 45, group of 2, 45, 50, and 250, and 250, 50, 50, 50, here, Chris, 245 on 99.
Chris 99.
One by five, kind of hard breather. $1.50. $1.60, $70, $1.80, $90, $2, $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $2.70, $2.60, $70. Terry, $2.60 on 9.
Terry 9.
Didn't she sold pretty good? Did she sell pretty good?
That'll be 105 and 105 here. Good to be 105, get 5, get 5, get 5, house 5 here, 105, get 5, get 5, get 5, 10, good to be 110, 15, 20, and 21, 21, 21, 21, 20, now 5, and 25, 25, 30, get 30, 30, 30, you get 30, and 25, 30 here, 5, 30 here, 5, get 30. Chris, 125, 14.
Chris 14.
So Brian got 2
$1.50. $1.52.5, and 52.5, group 2.5, group 2.5, group 2.5, 152.50, and 52.5 here, $1.52.5 here, 25, and 25, 30, and 25, 30, and 25, 30, and 25, group 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, group 30, and 30 here, Doug, 125, 5X.
Doug 5X.
Yeah. Yeah. She's open. Yeah.
She's open. $2. 205 and 205, 5, side 5, 10, and down 10, 15, 20, and 25 here, 25, 30, 235, and 35, 40, 45, 45, 245, and 45 here, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45 here, Chris, 240, 3X.
To Chris 3X.
Here comes the Bakers, guys. They should be bred. They're out of Pinner cows and bred back to Conley Angus bulls. Be some hybrid suckers. Pinner on Conley. Five and 6 year old cows are 6 months bred. 3,000. 3,100 and 31 and 3,100 here, 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 33, 34 here, 34, 35, 35, 37 and 3,600 and 35 going to be 600 here, 35, 600 and 35 going to be 67 and 7, 800 and 38, 9, 39 going to be 38, 9, 4 and 4,000 here, 1 and 4,100 here now half 1 and 41.50 and 41 going to be 2, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 3 and 43 and a half, 43 and a half, 43.50 and 40 going to be 43 and a half, 43.50 and 43 and a half here, half here, so about 4,300. Chris 3.
To Chris 3.
5-year-old cows. They're 7 and 8 months bred, guys. They're back on them Pinner cows, bred at Conley Angus bulls.
3,000, 3,100, and 31, and 3,100, 3,100, 1, 1, 2, and 32, 3, and 33, 34 here, 34 to 5 here, 35, 7, and 37, 38, 37, 8, 9, and 39, 4,000 here, 1, and 41, 2, 1, 2, 3, 42.50, and 42 and a half, good to be 2 and a half, good to be 2 and a half, 42.50, and 40 now, 2 and a half, good to be 2 and a half, good to be 2 and a half, 42.50, and 40, good to be 2 and a half, good to be 2 and a half, good to be 42 and a half, 3, and 43, good to be 3, and 2 and a half, 43, and 43 to 3, and 43 to 3, and 43 to 3, 2 and a half, 4,300 to 3. Sold him 42 and a half. Carl
Kroner. Carl Kroner. Mr. Baker, thank you, sir. How old is this little old pair?
5-year-old pair, 3,500. 35 and 35. You give out 35, 35, 35, 3,500 and 35 and 3,500. Even to get 3,500. Even to get 3,500. Even to get 3,500. Going to be 3,500 and 3,500 here. Now 3,000 and 3,100 and 3,100 here. 1, 2, 2, 3. Even to get 33. Now 4 and 34 here. 33, 34, 33, 34. Going to be 33. Even to get 4 and 33. Even to get 4. Going to be 33. Even to get 4. Going to be 33. Even to get 4. Going to be 33. Even to get 400 and 33, 34, 33, 34, 5 and 35. And 3,500 here, 5 here, 5 here, going to be 3,500 and 3,500 here, 5 here, 5 here. Chris, 3,400 on nothing.
To Chris Straight.
Still can't put Kip in there, can you? I don't know.
How old, Ricardo? 2-year-old. 2,000.
22.50 and 22 and a half, and 22 and a half, 25, 25, 27, going to be 3,000. Now one and 3,100 and 3,100, one and 31, 1, give two, 31, and 3,200 and 31, 3, we get 33, 4 and 34, 5 and 35, 35, 3,500, 3,500 and 34, 5, 600 and 35, 6, 7 and 37, we get 37, we get 37, we get 37, going to be 800 and 30 now 8 now 9 and now 9 you get 9, 3,900 and now 9 we get 39 now 9 going to be 39, going to be 39, going to be 39, going to be 38 now 9 and 3,900 going to be 38, we get 900 sold a pair 3,800 WW2. Look at the bag on this cow. 3,500. 6-year-old cow. She can raise you 4 or 5 of them. 35. 35 and 35. You give out 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35 and 3,500 here. 35 and 3,500 here. 3,000, 3,100 and 31 here. 1, 2, 3 and 33. We get 34 now 5 and 35, 35, 35, 34 now 500 here. 5 here. 600 and 36, 7, 7, 7, 7, 800 and 37, 8 now 9. You get 9, 38 now 9 and 3,900 here. Baby to get 900 here. Baby to get 9 here. Sold 3,800 WW2. 6-year-old, 2,000, 2,100, and 21, and 2,100, 100, 1 here, 2,100, and 2, and 2,100, 3, and 3, we get 4, and 24, 5 here, 5 here, 2,500, 600, and 25, 6, 7, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, half 8 here, 800, 8 here, 7, 800, and 27, give 8, and 27, 800, 9, and 9, you get 9, and 29, now 3, and 3,000, going to get 3,000, going to be 25, going to get 3,000, going to be 25, going to get 3,000, going to get 3. Sold 2,900 WW2. 6-year-old family, 2,100 and 21 and 2,100. We get 2 now 3 now 4 now 5 here 600 and 6 7 now 7 7 800 8 2,800 now 9 and now 9 3,000. We get 31 and 3,100 1 Johnstown 31 and 31 2 3 and 33 34 here 33 34 now 5 here 600 and 36 7 and 37 now 7 800 8 now 9 and now 9 you get 9 30 here go to 900 now 38 now 9 and 30 here, good 900, good 9, good 9, 3,800, WW2, 3,800. Look at that super baldy at her side. Little bull calf and a heifer. 2 bull calves. 3,000, 3,100, and 31, and 3,100, 8 and 9-year-old, 3,100, and 3,100, 3,000, 1, and 3,100, 2, and 3,100, 1, 2, 3,200, and 3,100, 1, 2, 3, and 33, 4, and 33, 4, and 33, 4, and 3,400, and 33, 4, and 33, 404, now 5, and 3,600, and 35, going to be 600, 35, 6, and 35, 600, here, going to be 35, going to be 3,600, here, going to be 35, going to be 36, so 3,500 WW2. Guess that cow lost a calf, guys. Man called me this morning, said she lost a calf. She's still just a little bit nervous, I guess. $1 pound. 105 and $105 here, good 105, you get 5, you get 5, you get 5, you get 5, 105, 105 and $105 here, good 105, you get 75 cents a pound. 75 cents a pound. 80 cents a pound. $90. $1 a pound. $1 Terry bid. Sold 90 S1. Lost that jackpot. 10 by 5, 2100, 21, and 2100, one, and 2100, 1, 200, and 22, 3, and 3, we get 4 here, 500, 600, and 26, 7, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, and 26, 7, and 7, 7, what has 650, and now 7, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 750, and 27 and a half here, half here, going to be 27 and a half here, soldier 2700, WW.
straight.
5-year-old cow here. 125, 25, and 25, 25, 25, 30, and 25, we get 30, and 25, we get 30, 25, we get 30, and 25, going to be 30, we get 30, and 25, now 30, now 5, and 35, 40, we get 45, going to be 45, 5 here, 50, and 50, now 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, jigga 5, 50, now 5 here, 5, jigga 5, now 5, and 50, now 5 here, Jerry, 150 on 5.
Sorry, I didn't notice it. That was a Jerry 5.
I got you and George on the cheap sale. Me and George. Put you on the back, put George out the front. I texted Clay today. I said, I don't want to be scrambling looking for ring right before the sale. I said, you pay these guys $500, and I get a couple guys that I like to work with. He goes, sure. So, 6-year-old. 155, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7, 55, 57, 7, 7, 60, and now 62 and 2 5, 65, 7, 7, 7, 750, 70, and now 75, 75, give 83, good to be 85, 85 and 90, 5, and 95 and 2, good to be 2, now 2, good to be 195, to get 205, and 205, to get 5, to get 5 here, Chris, $2, 3X. 130. 135, and 35, you give out 35, 35, 35, 35 here, 40, and 35, 40, 40, 40, going to be 35, you give 40, 35, 40, now 5 here, 45, you give 5, 45, now 5, 50, $1.50, now 50, and 45, you give 50, you give 50, 45, 50, now 50, you give 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 50 here, S, 145, 3.
S3.
120, 125, 25, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 5 here, 5 here, 120, now 5, and 25 here, 30, we get 30, that's 2 and a half, good with 2 and a half, good with 2 and a half, he's out, 32.50, and 32 and a half, good with 2 and a half, good with 2 and a half, good with 32 and a half, 5, and 35, 37 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and 40, and half, 40, 40, we get 40, 40 and a half, 40, 140, and 40, 42 and a half, and 42 and a half, we get 2 and a half, good with 40, we get 2 and a half here, 42 and a half here, S, 140 on 3. 6x by 7, 2100 and 21 and 2100 here, 200 and 2, we get 3 and 4, 5 and 26, 7 and 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 700 and 26, 7 spinner and tone, 26, 7 and 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 7 now 8 and 2800 here, now 7 now 8 and 2800 here, WW 2700. What is she? 3 years and 8 months. 2 years and 8 months. She got younger. 2100 and 21 and 2100 here, 1, 2, 3 and 3, 4, 5, 6, now 7, now 8, now 9, and now 3 and 3000, 3 and 25, 3 and 25, 3 and 25, 3000, going to be 25, 3000, now 1 and 31 and 3100 here, 1 here, 1 here, going to be 3100 and 3100 here, 2 and 30 now 2, going to be 31, 2, 3 and 33, 3 and 33, 3. She's pretty nice, and 4 and 33, 4. Now 5 and 3500 here, 600 and 35 going to be 3600 here, 35 going to be 6. So 3500. How's it go? I can't hear a word you're saying. Cerber. Gotcha. 6 years. She's 8 months. 2,000, 2,100, and 21, and 2,100, 1, 2, 3, 3, and 3, 4, 5, 600, and 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 800, 800, and 27, going to be 2,800, and now 9, and 900, going to be 909, 3,000, going to be 3,000, going to be 3,000, going to be 3, and 25, going to be 3, and 25, going to be 3,000, going to be 25, going to be 3,000, WW 2,900. Old cow, here 35, and 35, you go about 37 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and 40, and 40, and 2 and a half, 45, 45, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 50, and 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 60, and now 62 and a half, good with 2 and a half, 5, 65, and $65, 5, 5 and a half, 5 here, $65, 5 here, S, 162 and a half, 3. $2,000, 2,100, and 21, and 2,100, 1, 21, 203, and 3, 4, and 2,500, 6, and 25, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 809, 9, 3, and 3,000, and 25, 3,000, going to be 25, 3,000, going to be 25, 3, and 25, 3, and 25, 3, WW 2,900. One by 8, 25. 25, 2,500, 5, and 25, 25, 25, 25, and 2,500, 750, and 27, 7, 3,000. Now you get 3, now 1, and 31, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, going to be 3,200, and 3,200, 1, 2. What about you, Cerberus? 3,200, 31, 2, 31, give 2. So 3,100, Ricardo. Sell her for 90 cents a pound. 6 years and 7 months, 2,100, and 21, and 2,100, 100, 1, 2, and 22, and 22, 2, 3, and 3, 400, 5, and 25, 500, 5 here, half 4, now 5, and 2,500 here, 600, and 25, 50, now 6, and 26 and a half here, and a half, 26 and a half here, 7, and 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, going to be 27.50, and now 8, 2,800, and 2,800, 8 here, 8 here, WW 27.50. 2 years old at 250 and 255 and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60 and 260 pound here, 5, 60 here, 5, going to be 60 Jerry, 255, 11, Preg. Jerry, do you hope she is or isn't? Usually them ugly ones turn up pregnant. Oh, yeah? Black bull. Six years right there, 35, and 35, you give out 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 120, 122 and a half, 5, and 25, 25, 7 and a half, 35, 5, and 35, 35, 40, 45, going to be 145, going to be 145, and 45, 45, 45, 45, Jerry, 140, on 5, 140.
Jerry 5.
Got any groups today or all singles? No sorters?
Yeah, I got you one.
Huh. Say to give $1.20 for it.
That's $2.20.
$1.20 you said earlier. How old? 250. 255, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 250, and 255, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 225, 230, 225, give 30, 225, give 30, 5, 235, 40, 240, both guys are out, 240, Jerry out, 240. We'll do it. Ricardo, 235 on 2. 135 and 35. You give out 37 and a half, 37 and a half, going to be 40 and 2 and a half, 45, 47 and a half, now 50 and 2 and a half, 5 and 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 60 and 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5 and zig about, has a 3, 5, 65 and 3, 5, 7 and 67 here, 5, going to be 7 here, 5, going to be 67 here, Jerry, 165, 2.
Hi, Jerry, too. Do you hear me, Mariah? Yeah, we got steak. Okay, you bet. Ward's coming back a little.
What's it down? It did? Maybe it'll close on a high, on a green. She's got what? Little zipper tag. 135 and 35. You give out 35, 35, 35, 35, 40, 135, 140, 135, 140, 135, 40 and 40 and 35, 40. You get 40, you get 45, 45, 45, 50. $1.50. You get 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55. Sold 150. D1 150. 125, 25, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25 here, dollar 105, and dollar 5 and 10, going to be 110, 15, and 15, 20, now 5, and 25, 25, 30, and 35, going to be 35, 40, 145, and 45, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 45, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 50, and dollar 52 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, 155, now 60, 155, 60. Was she at 8 by 8? She's 8 months. How come you guys didn't say anything? You did? I can't hear or see. Going to be 165, 70, 5, 80, 5, 185. 185. She's 8 months bred. 185. Sold her 180 and tone. 25.
Antonio, 25.
Not a bit, 105, and 105 here, good 105, to get 5, 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 105, 105, 105, hot side 5, and 105, and 105, to get 5, to get 5, to get 5, 5, 10, going to be 110, 15, 20, and 21, 21, 21, 21, 20, 120, and 20, 20 there, going to be 20, 20 there, going to be 120 here, so 115, Cavaness X. I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay.
Some Catholic church in Edmond. Maybe Paula wants to go. We got a benefit auction at some Edmond Catholic church for the school. $55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, going to be 60, going to get 2 and a half, 5, and to get about 7 and a half, 70, 170, 170, 170, 172 and a half, 72, 5, and 75, 80, and now 80, 75, 80, 75, 80, so 175, Kyle, straight,
Kyle,
21, pin them all together.
Kyle, 21, and you can pin them together.
Not a bit, 105, and 105, and 105, to get 5, 5, 105, to get 5, to get 5, to get 5, and 10, going to be 110, now 15, 20, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 30, to get 30, now 35, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, to get 35, going to be 35, to get 35, to get 35, here, sold 132 and a half, S3. She's open. 250. 260. 250, 60, and 270, going to be 80, going to get 90, going to be 3, going to be 10, going to be 20, going to be 20, 30, and 320, 30, and 320, 30, going to get 3, 30, going to be 30, going to get 30, going to get 30, Jerry, 320, 11. Was she open, wasn't she?
Jerry, 11.
They already had theirs. Did you? What's her story? Four and open. $2. $2.05 and $2.05. Bit of $5, $5.5, bit of $5, 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 $1.50, $1.55 and 55 and 55. 55, 55, 55, 60, 5, 70, 75, 80, 5, 85, 85 here, 85, 5 here, 85 here. So 180. Jerry 11.
Jerry, 11. Same way, Rhino.
So I got Coy coming. She goes, "Do you have any bid spotters that you might?" I said, "Well, you got to pay them." She goes, "Okay, we'll pay them. Pay them."
Oh, I thought you said we got Pam.
So I got Coy and Shade Tree. So I got Coy and Shade Tree.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It's Catholic.
Can't. I said, "Now I might drink, but I won't get just plumb tore up. I promise you." Said that before. Here's some 9-year-old cows, I believe. 8 and 9-year-olds, 3 to 5 months bred. 2,100 and 21 and 2,100 1 and 2,100 1 and 2 and 2,100 200 23 and 3 we get 4 and 24 to hand 24 to hand 2,500 550 and 600 and 2,600 5 of the going to be 26 and 2,600 5 of the going to be 2,600 and 25 of the going to be 2,600 5 of the going to be 2,600. Chris 25 and a half on 55.
That Chris, 55.
Then I got that Holy Smoke thing sale the very next day, Saturday, right after that sale. Orlando. Nine and 10, 3 months bred. 2,000, 2,100, and 2,100, 1, and 2,100, 1, 21, top 1, and 2,100, 1, 17 and a half, 18, 17 and a half, 1,800, 18, 50, 18 and a half, 18 and a half, 19, and 19, 50, now 2, and 2,000, 2,000, and 2,000, 2,001, and 2,100, 1, Chris, 2,000 on nothing. 135 and 35. You give out 35, 35, 37 and a half, 35, 37 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half. Going to be 37 and 40 and half, 40, 40, 40. We get 40, we get 40, we get 47 and a half, 40 and half, 40, 40, we get 40, we get 40, we get 40. Going to be 40 here and now 2 and a half and 45 and 45, 45, 47 and a half, 47 and 50 and half, 50, 50, 50 and half, 50 and half, 50 and dollar 50 pound half, 50, we get 50, we get 50, we get 50, we get 50 here. Jerry 147 and a half on 2.
But Jerry, 2.
$135 and 35. You give out 35, 35, 37 and a half, 35, 37, 50 and 30. We get 7 and a half. Going to be 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 40 and half, 42 and a half. Going to be 2 and a half. We get 2 and a half, 5 and 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45 and 45 here. 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 47, 50 and 40. We get 7 and a half. Going to be 40. We get 7 and a half here. So 145. Jerry 5.
Jerry, 5. Hey, Ricardo. Okay.
That little heifer calf. Kelsey, you got 1,000? I told you to go see your banker next week and get more money. You got 500? Yeah, 550. 600. Now half. Now 7. Now half. Now 8. Now half. 850. Kelsey, $800. There you go, Kelsey.
Okay,
Comes another little calf. $500, $550, $600. Now half. Now $7. Now half. Now $8. Now half. Now $9. Now half. $950. Sold $900. Kelsey.
Kelsey.
They're getting used to it, aren't you? Yeah. Getting used to it. Don't look at it. Huh? Well, you're used to them bringing 200-300 for these baby kids. They've got them way higher.
185, 185, 85 here, go to 85 there, go to 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85 here, 75, 750, and 77, go to 82 and a half here, 81, 3, 83, 5, 85 here, 87 here, 85, 87, 9, 89 here, 89 here, go to 7, go to 9, 89 here, go to 7, 9, go to 87, but 9 here, 88, 9, 89, yep, sold, 188, Doug 7.
Yeah, I don't really care for it. Looks like a little mini. Yearling bull? You got $2? I already took it right ahead of you. You got to be 205. 210, 15, 20, 5. 30 and 5 and 35 42 45 and 45 50 you get 250 and 45 59 59 50 250 and 45 you get 50 you get 59 50 45 53 you get 50 both out 250 and 45 50 you get 50 you get 50 you get 50 you get 50 here Jerry 245 on 10.
So Jerry 10.
Neither one of you Mexicans can handle Jerry 9. I think he's saying something bad too. Yeah, they are. And not in English either.
$165, and 65, and 65, 65, 75, 72 and a half, 75, 75, 750 now, 80 there, 82 and a half, 81, 81 here, 83, 84, 83, 84 here, 5, 85, 8600 here, 87 here, 88 here, 89, 90, and 90, 90, 89, 90 here, 190, 190, 190 here, 1, and 91, 2, 92, 3, 3, 4, and 94, and 93, 4, and 93, 4, Cabinet Bull, 193.
Tim who?
$1.50. 55, 65, and 65, and 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, tire out, 65, 7.5, and 7.5, 7.5, 70, 70, 70, 250, and 72 and a half, 71, and 71, 71, 2, 71, 2, 71, 2, and 72, 2, 3, and 72, 3, and 4, 73, 74, 73, 4, 5, and 75, 75, 6, 75, 6, 7, and 77, 78, and 78, and 9, and 9, 80, good to be 89, good to be 89, good to be 80, now 80, and 9, good to be 80 here, sold a bull, 179 D Bull X. $1.50, $1.30, $1. 105, 10, 15, 20, and 20, and 21, 21, 21, 20, 15, 25, and 25, 30, you get 30, and half 5, you get 35, 35, half 40, 140, 140, and 35, 40, you get 40, 35, and 40, and 35, 40, you get 40, you get 40, you get 40, 35, 40, you get 40 here, going to be 40 here, sold 135, Chris 10X.
What about him? Your age. My goodness. Are you sounds familiar. $2. $1.85. $1.85 there. Going to be 87. Going to be 90. Going to be 2 and a half. 95. 97. 97. Going to be 2. And 202 and a half. Going to be 2 and a half. What about 1? 201. And now 2. What are 202? Going to be 2 3. Going to be 3. And 202 3 4. And now 4 here. 5. And 5 here. $6. And 6 here. 5. Going to be 6 here. 5. Going to be 206. And 205. 206 here. 5. Going to be 6. D-Bull. 205. People like you know, Paula. $2. Amos coming tomorrow. $1.50. $1.55. 60. 5. 70. 5. 80. 5. 90. 5. 195. $2. Jerry, 195. 10. $1.05 and 105. Going to get 5. Going to be 105. Going to get 5. Going to get 5. 105. 105. 105. 105. 105. And $1.05 and $100.05 here. Going to be $100.05 here. Going to be 105 and 10 here. 10. 15 and 50. 50. 15. 20. 21. 21. 21. 25 and 25. 25. 25 here. 5 here. 5 here. So 120. Yes. 3. Is he really yours? You know, it doesn't really surprise me if he was yours. I mean, that's the thing about it. You know? $2. $2 to 1 and 2 1 and 2 to 1 here 1 here 201 and 201 here 190 and 190 here 91 3 and 93 3 5 and 95 95 95 5 7 here 7 7 7 9 and 99 99 2 and 99 group 2 99 2 here 99 group 201 and 201 here 2 202 group 2 now 2 and now 2 group 1 2 3 and 3 group 3 4 here 5 6 quarter and 6 7 8 now hey now 9 group 2 and 9 and 9 here sold 208 Cavernous Bull 208. Pretty good little show bull, isn't he? $2. $2.05 and $2.05. We get 5 here. 5 205 and 205. We get 5. We get 5. We get 5 and 10. Good with 10. 15. Good with 20. We get 5. 225. 225. 35 and 35. 40 and 40 and 35. 40 and 35. 40 35. We get 45. 245. Now 45 and 45 here. 45. 45. 45. 45. 45. 50. 250. Now 50 and 45. 50 and 50. 50. 50. We get 50. We get 50. We get 50 here. Showtime. 245 bull. Pretty good little bull. See who he belongs to. 7564, please. Who do I sound like? Greg Walker, not Tuttle. Yep. Good bull. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 35, and 37 and a half, and 35, 37 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 40, and half, 40, you get 40, going to be 40 and a half, 40, you get 40 Doug, 102 and a half, 5, and 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 40 is 50, and half, 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, and 55 here, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57, 50, and now 60 here, 160, and 62 and a half, bit of 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, bit of 2 and a half, 5, and 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, 5 here. 5 here. Chris, 162 and a half, 10x.
That Chris 10X.
Yep, $2 a pound, 205 and 210, 15, group of 20, gonna get 5, group of 30, gonna get 5, group of 40, 245, 50, and 5, and now 60, now 5, 270, get 5, 280, get 5, 90, and 295, gonna get 3, and now 5, gonna be 305, and 305, gonna get 305, and $3.05, gonna get 5 and 5, gonna be 305, now 5, gonna get 5, gonna get 5 here, Antone, $3.
Antonio.
Is he really yours, Antone? Yep. Where'd he come from?
It's come from France.
France? $1.50. We might get a little bit of money if you jump on him. You want to try? No. Hold your gate. Hold your gate. Hold your gate. Let him back. Huh? Yeah. We ain't even started selling them yet. We've been talking about him. He's a 6-year-old bull. You can pet all over him. You can almost ride him, he said.
He can ride and follow the truck everywhere.
How many beers it take to get the nerves to get on him? That's what I'm wondering.
What's his name? He's
Has he got a name? Pancho. $1.50. Let's sell him. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, about 62 and a half, 5, and 7 and a half, 72 and a half, 75, 75, 75, 75, 750, 80, 82 and a half, good with 2 and a half, 5, 85, good with 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 87 and a half, 87 and 90, good with 192 and a half, good 2 and a half, 5, 95, 95, 95, 95, good 95, good 95, good 95, good 195. Anything else we need to know about him? Sold 192 and a half, Cabinets Bull 9. Probably wasn't.
Thank you for advertising that bull, Antonio.
Paula's bull. That's more like it. 155, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7 pounds, 62 and a hand, 2 and a hand, 65, 65, 7 and a hand, 70, hand 70, and now 70, you get 2 and a half, 5, and 75 here, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 73, 75, and 73, 75, and 77, 75, 77, 77, and 9, and 77, going to be $9, 77, down, high, going to be 80, and high, going to be 83, 9, now 80, and high, 80, going to be 9, 80, going to be 9, going to be 80 here, sold 179, Chris, 10x. $55, 55, you give out 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, 55, 60, and 55, 60 here, half, 60, and 55, 60 here, 60, and 55, 60 here, 55, 60, 55, 62 and a half, down 2 and a half, 5, and 65, and 65, and 65, dug your ass, 65, and 65, and 65, 7 and a half, 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 going to be 67.50, and 67 and a half here, Chris, 165, 10x.
Chris, 10X.
Mark, you done? Oh, yeah. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 60, and 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, 5, and 65, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 70, you're going to be 170, you get 2 and a half, 5, and 75 here, 75, 75, 75, 750, and 77, going to be 85, 85, 90 here, 190, 190, 190 here, 185, 95, and 95, 2, and 95, you get 2 and a half, 5, and 2, 10, you're going to be 210, you get 15, 20, and 220, you're going to be 20, 20, you're going to be 220, and 20, 20, you're going to be 20, you get 20 here, so 215, Chris, 9. Pin them with the 8X's.
9 and 2 with the 8X's.
Is it? That's it? Jeez. Down $9 when I saw it. I said, just turn it off. Here's a little 3-year-old guy. She's 6 months bred. 1,500. 15 and a half, 15 and a half here, have and a half here, have and a half here. You're going to be 15. Somebody did a project for somebody. 15. Did you get it? 15 and a half, and 15 and a half, 16, and 16, 17, 17, 18, 1800, 17, 18, 1800 here. You're going to be 18. What about you guys up here? 1800, 1800, 1800. It's Jesus, 1700.
Is that Jesus?
Trent, is that you? What's up, man? You leaving? Okay. Okay.
Did he leave?
No.
Oh.
$55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7 and a half, 57 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and 60, and a half, 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, 5, and you get 5, 7 and a half, 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 67 and a half, and 67 and a half, 70, you get 72 and a half, 72 and a half, 72.50, and 70, you get 2 and a half, going to be 70, you get 2 and a half here, Kyle, 172.1.
Kyle 2. 21. Kyle 21.
5-year-old, $1.50. 155, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 5, 70, 170, and 70, 75, and 75, 80, 81, 81, 81, 75, 80, and 75, 80, 80 here, 80 here, so 175, Chris, 3X. 6-year-old here, 55, 55, 57, 57, 7, 7, 7, 60, and down 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, you get 2 and a 5, and 65, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7, 70, you're going to be 70, you get 2 and a half, 75, and 75 here, 75 here, 75, 75, and 75, Kyle Jabid, and 75, 50, and 77 and a half here, you're going to be 77 and a half here, now 80, 180, 180, 2 and a half, 85, 85, 85 here, 85, 85 here, 85 here. Ricardo, 182 and a half.
So Ricardo.
5 years and 2 months here, 1,500. 15 and a half, 15 and a half here, half and a half here, going to be 16, 17, 18, 18, 17, 18, 18, 19, 2, and 2,000 here, 1, and 21, 21, 2, 2, 3, and half, 3, 4 here, 500 here, 5, and 2,500, and 2,500 here, 5 here, 5 here, Chris, 2,400, 3X. Chris, 3X. 10 years and 7 months, 2,100, and 2,100, here, 1, and 2,100, here, 1, here, 1, here, 1, and 2, we get 2, we get 3, we get 4, we get 5, going to be 600, and 6, 7, 7, 800, and down high, we get 9, high, 20, 900, and 20, here, get 900, here, we get 9, we get 9, 3, and 3,000, and 3,000, and 25, we get 3,000, going to be 25, we get 3,000, WW, 2,900.
Did you see the end, Ricardo?
150. It's usually about how it usually is. Start with 200, sell for 2 hours, and we're like got 150 left. $55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 60, and down 2 and a half, 2 and a half, but 5, 7, 70, and now 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, S 167 and a half, 2. What's your high selling cow?
S2, that's 911.
70. What was we last week? 70. Wasn't it like 72 or 74? 72. One cow kind of like 80, but didn't know she was a packer cow. It's about 40. I mean, better than I thought it was going to be. 7 years, 6 months, 2,100, and 2,100, 2,100, 2,100, and 2,100, 1,500 and a half, and 15 and a half, half, and a half, 16, half, and half, 17, and 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 18, 18 and a half, 19 and a half, and 1950, and 19 and a half, 2,001, and 2,100, 1 you give on, now 2, 2, 3, and 3, 4, and 24, 5, and 2,600, and 25, 50, and 25 and a half here, 5 and a half, going to be 25 and a half, going to be 25 and a half, going to be 25, going to be half, sold her 2,500 hand tone, 25.
Antonio, 25.
4 years, and she's 7 months, guys. 2,500, 25, 25, and 25, 25, 2,500, 750, and 25, 6, and 25, going to be 2,600, 6, 7, and 7, and 20, and 9, 3, and 1, and 32, 31, 2, 31, 2, 31, 2, and 3, and 33, 33, 34, 34, 34, 5, and 35, 6, and 35, going to be 36, 7, and 7, 7, 800, and 37, 8, and 9, going to be 39, going to be 38, you get 9, and 39, going to be 9, going to be 9, 38, and 9, here, WW, 3,800.
WW.
Not as nice as one I got last week. 8 years, she's 4 months. 2,100, and 21, and 2,100, 21, 21, 21, 21, 2,100, and 2,100, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2,500, 4, not 5, and 25, 5, 5, 5, you get 5 here, sold her 2,400. Ricardo.
So Ricardo.
10 years and 8 months, 2,100, and 21, and 2,100, and 21, and 21, and 22, 3, we get 4, we get 5, we get 600, 7, and 27, 8, 27, 8, we get 9, and 28, 9, 3, and 1, and 3,100, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, we get 2, WW, 3,100. Dollar bid 105 and 105 here. Good to 105. Good to get 5. 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 Good to get 5 and 10. Good to be 110, 15, 115 and 10 and 15, 20 and 20 and 5 here. 125 here. 125 and 25 here. 5 here. 125 and 25 here. Less 120 on 3.
That's 3.
5 years and 5 months, 2100 and 21 and 2100, 1 2 and 21 we get 3, we get 4, we get 5, we get 607. How hey and 27 we get 9, and 9 you get 9, 20 hey we get 9, 20 hey we get 9, 29 3 and 1 and 30 down 2, we get 33, 33, 34, 35, 35 7 and 39, 39, 39 9 and 37 good 9, good 37, good 9, 37 good 9. So 3700 Chris 3. Nice cow.
Chris 3.
Nice cow. 2 no pun. 250. 255, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, $2 a pound, 205, and 205, 5 and 10, good with 10 now, 20 now, 30, 230, 240, 230, 40, and 30, 40, and 230, 40, we get 230, 40, we get 230, 40, 40, 50, and 250, 60, 70, 280, 270, give 80, Jerry, 270, 11.
Yeah, Jerry 11.
$1.65, and get it hot, has it get it 7.5, 70, we get 72 and a half, 75, 75, 50, and 77 and a half, and 77 and a half, here, going to be 77 and a half, going to be 77 and a half, going to be 77 and a half, so at 175, Kevin is 3.
The cab 3.
175. That's what I was doing. 35, and 35, you got 35, 35, 35, 35, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, going to be 37.50, and half 40, we get 42 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 45, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 50, we get 52 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7 and a half, and 57 and a half, 57 and a half, took him right ahead of you, Ty. 57 and a half, give me 6, 7, 57. Cavaness, 156, 10.
Cab 10.
$135, and 35, you about 35, 35, 35, 35, 5, here, 35, and 35, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, going to be 37 and a half, going to be 37 and a half, going to be 37.50, and 37 and a half, here, half, here, 40, and half, 42 and a half, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 42.50, and 42 and a half, here, a bit of a 2 and a half, here, this, 140 on 9.
That's 9.
5 years and she's 4 months bred. Who give 1,500? 15, 16, and 15 and a half, and 15 and a half here, half and a half here, 16 and a half here, 17 and a half, 18, 18, 18 and a half here, 19 and 19 and a half, now 2, and 2001, and 21, 2, 23, and 23, 24, 25, 25, 600, and 26, 7, and 7, and 6, 7, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 26, 7, and 7, and 7, 7, 7, 7, sold her 2,600 and tone, 2.5.
Antonio 25.
Clay, how's Lid? She ready to come back to work? Not yet. I know Paula sure is ready. $1.55, 55, 55, 55, 7 and a half, 57 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 57.50, and 60, now 5, and 65, good to be 70, good to be 5, good to be 80, good to be 5, good to be 90, good to be 5, good to be 2, good to be 5, good to be 10, 15, and 20, and 220, and 5, and 220, 30, and 230, 230, 230, 230, 230, 230, yeah, 5, 235, 40, 245, 250, 245, 50, 245, 50, 250. Sold 245, Chris 3. Ouch. $1. 105 and 105. It'll get 5. 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 105 and 100 out of 5 here. Go to 110. Go to be 110. It'll get 15. Go to be 115. Not 20 and 25. 25. 25. 25. 25 here. 5 here. Go to be 125. You 25 here. 5. Go to be 20 and 5 here. 5. 30 and 30. You get 5 and 35 here. 35 there. 35. It'll get 35. It'll get 35. It'll get 35 here. Sold 130. Ricardo. Yep. 135 and 35. You give out 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 37 and 35, 37 and 37 and 37, 50 and 40. You get 40. You get 2 and a half. 45 and 45 here. 45, 45, 45, 45. You get 5 and 45 here. 5, 45, 45 here. Cabinets 142 and a half. 3. Smells. As soon as she gets in, get her out. We don't like to stink when we leave here, do we?
I'm ready when you are.
Place. Starter, Antone. Nothing. Penny a pound. 2 cents. 3, 5, 7, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 5, 50, 5, 60. 60 cents a pound. Yes, 55, 1, X. 6 by 5. 6 years, 5 months, 2,100 and 21, and 2,100, and 2,100, and 21. She crippled, 2,100 and 21, and 2,100, 2,100, little post legged, 1,500, now half, 15 and a half, 16, now half, now 17, now half, 18, half, 19, half, 2, 2,000, 50, 1, 2,100, half, 2. 2,200. 20, you get 200? Yes. Now half. Now 3. Now 4. Now 5. 2,500. Sold her 2,400. S7.
S7.
10 years and 6 months. 2,100 and 20. Oh, 4 by 6. Even better. 3,000. 4 by 6, 3,000, 3,100, and 3,100, 1, and 3,100, and 3,100, down to 2, 3, 33, 34, 34, 34, now 5 here, 35, 35, and 35, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 34, now 5, and 600, and 35, 50, and 35 of hand, 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 going to be 35 of hand, going to be 35 of hand here, WW, 3,500 on number 3, WW3. Out. 3-year-old, $2. 210 and 210, 20, go to be 210, 20, and 210, 20, go to be 210, 20, go to be 210, 20, 30, go to get 230, 40, go to be 235, 40, and 45, and 45, 45, 45, 45, and 245 here, 5 here, 45 here, 5 here, Antone, 240, Prager.
Antonio and Prager.
Nose is leaking. $1.55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7 and a half, 55, 57 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 57, 50, and 57 and a half, 57 about 62 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 5 and a half, 3, and 2 and a half, 3, and 2 and a half, $3, yes, 162 and a half, 3.
S3. Okay.
There's a man that got all the rain. Better share some of it. Got 4 inches in film. How much? 4. How much? I know it. 5 by 2, 2100, 21, yeah, 2100, 21, and 21, and now 2, going to be 2, going to get 3, going to get 3, going to get 4, going to get 4, going to get 5, going to get 5, going to be 6, 7, and 7, 800, now 2800. Jesus shout, 2800, 2800. Chris, 27 on 3. It's supposed to rain tomorrow?
Chris, 3. I know. You know how the weathermen, when they tell you there's no snow or whatever it does, they say, we tried to tell you. We told you all it's fair. But when they miss this rain, they don't ever say, we told you it's going to rain. And they didn't do it. I don't know what Paul say. Are you going to tell us you told us it was going to rain?
5 by 5.
I just do it. We got about 9 up on 3.
What is she, fellas? 5 years old. She's 5 months bred. Who get 5,000? She weighs a ton, don't she? 35 and 3,500 and 35. You go back. Hold your gate. 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 3,500, 3,000, 3,100 and 31 and 3,100. Here, here, going to be 3,001 and 3,100. Sold her 3,000 Cerber. 3,000 Cerber.
Would be a server.
How much you weigh?
1665.
About $1.90 a pound. Yeah, yeah. 125, and 25, and 25, 25, 25, 30, and 25, 30, and 25, you get 30, and 25, you get 30, 125, you get 35, and 35, 40, you get 40, and 40, and 35, 40, you get 40, 35, 45, 45, 50, you get 50, now 50, 45, 50, now 5, and 55, 50, 65, and 65, 65, 65, 65, and 65 here, 5 here, 5 here, sold 160, Ricardo.
Ricardo.
10 by 6, just a little bit gimpy. 2,100 and 21, and 2,100, 21, 22, and 22, and 22, and 23, and 23, 4, and 24, jiggy 4, now 5, and 25, 600, and 25, going to be 26, 7, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, here, going to be 27, 28, and 27, going to be 2,800, now 9, and now 9, 9, here, 9, here, now 9, here, 20, here, 9. WW 2,800 on 3.
WW3. This is the last one you told me, Ricardo. I started saying
10 years, 7 months bred, 3,000. 3,000, able to get 3, and 3,000, able to get 3, 1, and 3,100, here, going to be 3,100, and 3,100, here, going to be 31, 2, now 3, 30, able to get 3, 30, able to get 3, 30, able to get 3, 4, sold 3,300, S7. Well, here, 35, and 35, you give out 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, here, 5 here, 5 here, you're going to be 135, 40, and 35, 45, and 45, you get 50, you get 55, 55, 60, and now 5, 65, 65, and 65, and 65, 65, 65, 65, here, 5 here, sold 160, Kyle 21.
Kyle 21.
5-year-old cows, $2. 205 and 205, you get 5, 5 here, 5 here, $1.55 and 55 and 55, you get 55, 60, 5, and now 70, 170, 170, 170, 170, 165, 70, and 5, and 75, 75 here, 175, and 75 here, 175 here, 175 here, Kyle, 170, 21.
Kyle 21.
2 55, 55, 55, 55, 75, 55, 57, 60, 2.5, and half high, 7, 67, 50, and half, 7, going to be 67 and a half, and 67 and a half here, 165, 2. That's all? Well, Trent, you got here just in time.
Oh, do we got a yard out there? Yeah, okay, we'll take it. Balance and ready. You say you're ready for it? Yep, I'm ready. Who we selling this for?
Andy. Something for Jerry, because I said they're all crippled, remember?
Jerry Jr.
Yep. $125, yeah, 25, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 30, and 25, 30, 125, 30, 25, 30, 25, 30, and 25, 30, 125, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, here's on 125 S3. Well, that's it, guys. You have a good rest of your Monday afternoon. Yes.
What's the name?
Okay. Hey, we might have some more, you're saying? Better go see. All right, we'll go check it out.
Now they're saying we may have a couple of work. We're gonna go check and see. Are they his?
Yeah. They in your name, Jerry? Yeah. You gonna eat your burrito? How big are they? And they're bread? What do you say? Okay.
Okay, they ain't ran them yet. Okay, thank you. I don't know. I'll try to find that out. It's over.
We'll see on Wednesday. That'll work. Okay, thank you. See you guys. See you tomorrow.